So hey everyone, this is the Ben and Gary Show. We know dentistry, and this is episode number 29. And I have a caller. It's I guess an emailer here that sent in a question about pretty basic. Said, does smoking damage my teeth? Gary, I mean, really, this is kind of an easy one to answer here. The answer is what? Yes.
Really, yes, it will. I mean, we've got
smoking's bad.
Yeah, a lot of scientific evidence against that. But one of the things that we know it definitely causes is bad breath. That's one of the probably top things we can talk about. But other than that, there's a whole list of other things.
Stains your teeth.
Yeah.
It unattractively makes your teeth darker. If smoking, has a tendency to decrease the amount of saliva in your mouth.
Right.
So you're then more susceptible to decay, especially if you have a lot of dental work in your mouth.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you're going to be susceptible to that anyway if you have a lot of little seams around your crowns that can get eventually have decay.
And on top of that, then you have some salivary loss of flow.
Yeah. Saliva is a buffer. It kind of lets you kind of ward off that decay, makes things kind of slippery so that the plaque can't really stick to your teeth. And it dilutes, the acids that build up that cause tooth decay. But back to smoking, it's just bad for your health in general. I think everyone sort of understands how it might affect you in terms of your lungs, but your teeth. Gum disease. It's going to have the possibility of having an increased recession, the pulling away of your gum tissue, making you long in the tooth. Long in the tooth is kind of like when you get a little older. That saying, "Get long in the tooth." Well, nobody wants to get older, and nobody wants to get long in the tooth. And smoking is going to help to increase that chance of becoming more aging looking on your teeth.
Right. So guess what? If you have gum recession, you also have bone loss. So
it's true.
That leads to more tooth mobility, and which can eventually lead to tooth loss.
Yeah, nobody wants to lose your teeth, and you're supposed to be able to keep your teeth for your whole life. But if you do things that such as smoking, you're going to decrease the chances of that happening. So then we have to get into discussions about how do we replace them, how do we make them look better, how do we whiten them. All those things are wonderful to be able to do, but gosh, wouldn't we like to be able to prevent that from happening in the first place?
Right.
Don't smoke. I think that's the key.
Well, but let's go back to the bone loss, tooth loss. So you talked about replacing teeth, and one of the ways that we can replace the tooth is by placing implants. But guess what? If you smoke, then you have a greater chance of implant failure from the smoking.
It disrupts the healing. It disrupts the blood supply. If it decreases the blood supply, then the things that are going to allow you to be able to heal naturally are just going to be inhibited. So smoking is going to decrease your success. Right. You're going to increase your chances for infections post-operatively when you're doing an implant or just having a tooth extracted or anything that's going to be surgically involved in dentistry. Right. Smoking is a definite no-no.
Yeah. So let's talk about the soft tissue and things that we can see when people smoke. And it's not limited to smoking, but like whether the snuff or the...
Yeah, it's going to change the texture of the tissue. It's going to actually change the cellular makeup, which then can lead to, guess what, the C word, cancer. Yeah. Mouth cancer is very prevalent in our population. And smoking is going to increase that chance of that occurring. Right. I think we know that oral cancer is a possibility, and we've got some pretty famous individuals out there that have been dealing with head and neck cancers. Here we have Michael Douglas. We have I think it's Jim Kelly, the famous quarterback. They may not necessarily have been associated with smoking, but if that is a possibility for you to be able to have head and neck cancer, smoking is going to increase that. Yeah. So we want to decrease that chances. So again, what did we say before? Smoking's bad. Yeah. You really shouldn't do it.
Tobacco products.
Tobacco products.
The chew. You see baseball players with a big wad in their lip, and they're constantly spitting, which is really attractive. But that can cause the nicotinic stomatitis, which is a condition of the gum tissue that makes the tissue look very irritated. You can also have leukoplakia, which is a precancerous white patch that
it's not cancer, but boy, it could become some cancer later on.
Right. So those are some of the things that I think of when I think of smoking or
Yeah.
the tobacco products.
So this isn't meant to be able to describe everything that's bad about smoking, but I think it gives you a few things to be able to think about and to chew on in that sense to determine if smoking is something that you want to continue doing here or just never pick up in the first place. If you know somebody who is a smoker and wants to be able to stop, tell them to talk to your dentist, because there are ways in which we can help you to be able to stop smoking, and of course your physician. Your dentist is also somebody who can help you with that. So remember that smoking is definitely bad for you when it comes to your overall health, your gum health, and can certainly lead to tooth loss. Mm-hmm. Don't forget about, of course, the head and neck cancers. Those are something that we can avoid those in this day and age. So this is a little bit of snippet from the Ben and Gary Show. We know dentistry. Keep coming to us with your questions. Look forward for you next time. Take care.
Take care.